So the next factor in determining if a business is a quality business or not are margins. Margins tells us two things. Is the company efficient, and is the company profitable? Now, margins is just another word for profit, right? So we think about gross profit or gross margin, operating profit or operating margins. And those are the two margins that we look at, the gross margin and the operating margin. So when you hear margin, you typically are looking at a percentage of the revenues. So to find the margins, we're going to look at the income statement. So the income statement, of course, the top line are the revenues. Right under the revenues are the cost of goods sold. That is all the costs associated with producing the actual product or service that the company sells. What's left over after all the cost of the goods sold is the gross margin or the gross profit. This number lets us know how efficient the company is. Then the second margin is the operating margin. So once we take away the cost of goods sold and we're left with the gross margin, we then look at all the SG&A or the selling, general, and administrative expenses. So these are the expenses that are associated with running the business that are not directly tied to the actual development of the product or the service that the company sells. What's left is the operating profit or loss or operating margin. So that lets us know if the company is profitable or not. So gross margins, we're looking at efficiency. Operating margins, we're looking at, does the operations of the company generate a profit? When we're looking at businesses, we're not looking at something that's in a vacuum. With everything that we look at, we always compare to the industry. The margin can't be a good margin or a bad margin in and of itself. It has to be compared to its competitors so we know how this company measures up to its competition. The second factor in identifying a quality business is looking at the margin. Specifically, the gross margin letting us know how efficient the company is, and the operating margin letting us know how profitable the company is.